Some people have been bitching, oh my God, they're taking down our phone bills, they're listening to our phone calls. They're creating what's called a data mine, okay? And who owns a data mine? I know they got the data mine, we get chaff. The real issue is what are they doing with it? That database was created by a company called ChoicePoint. Now, ChoicePoint was just created just a few years ago by a bunch of Republicans, more Republicans than you find on a Palm Beach Country Club board. They are the ones that created the evil database that knocked off the black voters in return for basically electing the President of the United States. They chose our president for us, not the voters. He chose them for over $1 billion in no-bid contracts to maintain the databases on you. And I've talked to the inside executives. And let me tell you, after I talked to the insiders at ChoicePoint Corporation, the executives, I want to lock myself in a closed room. They are matching your phone numbers, your billing records, your medical records, your voting registration records, your driver's licenses, and their latest thing, your DNA. Oh, by the way, it is against the law, in case anyone's wondering, to spy on Americans, and the law in question is the Constitution. You have to be under suspicion. The trick is that they're privatizing the spy function. They're creating, I was going to say a private FBI, but it's really a private KGB. Their gimmick is they set up this private company, ChoicePoint, the Republicans. They have, last count, they had 16 billion records, and I know it's at least double that since then. That's illegal for the United States government to keep. They keep the records, and then they sell that information to the U.S. government secretly. Let's put it this way. When they were supposedly hunting illegal voters in Florida, their list was 97% wrong. Let me repeat that. 97% wrong. However, it was perfect for Jeb Bush because what it did get right is it identified black voters which they could knock off. That's part of the game, is deliberate wrong. Now, they also got wrong 25% of the DNA evidence in rape cases in Illinois until the police caught them faking the evidence in rape cases. Can you imagine? Then they got fired. You got to understand, this is not the Mounties who get their man. This is the Mounties who get the political targets for their men. That's what it's about.
I took over George Orwell's old column. He'd appreciate all this, you know? He'd love it.